Step one, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step two, get some good, some food in you. Step three, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step four, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up.
Step one, wake up early, gonna rise.
Day. Set your affirmations, aspirations. I got shit to do, the aftermath of preparation. Good food, good mood, blood in circulation. One step at a time, yeah, that's how you make it. Set a goal you control and the steps you take them. I try to pick one thought, have some concentration. And if I make a mistake, it's called education. I try to do this every day, call it replication. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. 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 Today's gonna be a good day. So life ain't easy, yo. I think there's a reason, though. Ups and downs, just like every different season, yo. Sometimes I'm high, other times I'm barely breathing, though. I always gotta fight and hide from the demons, yo. Negative thoughts are poison, they rot. Head full of flies, so here come the clouds. They'll never stop unless I can swap all the bad for the good in my head when I'm lost. Yeah, so I'ma fake it till I make it. Positive thoughts are overtaken, I got patience. One day at a time is how you operate a cadence. A flow, you grow, you show yourself a foundation. Stay away from all the shit that causes temptation. I know that I like to do it cause it's sensation. I live my life in my head like a narration. Don't expect greatness, do my best, man, I'll take it. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. 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 Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up.
Welcome to Tales from the Field. We are back and better than ever. My name is Bradley Ball, and it is so good to have you with us. Last week was an amazing week. We had Andrew Nathan on, Principal Engineering Manager from the Azure Fast Track Infrastructure team. We talked about security, SecOps, Veterans Day 2022. Andrew is a veteran, and we thank him for our service. We thank all of our veterans, Buck Woody, who's joining us right now. And we talked about his transition from the military to Microsoft. A lot of great conversations. If you missed that episode, don't worry, stay tuned. Those are saved over at our YouTube page and logged after our live show, so you're able to access them at your convenience. The show, if you'd like to interact with it, we are streaming live right now on the Twitter accounts of Sequel Balls, Josh Ludeman, Niraj Jafari, and we're also streaming over at our YouTube channel for Tales from the Field, and we're streaming at LinkedIn under Sequel Balls. You can interact with any of those places, add a comment, and one of my wonderful co-hosts will add them to this to the broadcast. And of course, before we go any further, let me introduce these great co-hosts of mine. We have Daniel Taylor, Josh Ludeman, and the only thing better than having him as a friend would be having a talking dolphin as a friend, Mr. Niraj Jafari himself. Welcome, everyone. So last week, Niraj, you hosted. I won the show, so I have hosting duties, and I am the host for Live 360 Week. I am so excited about that. So the topic that we're going to talk about will be our favorite conference experience. And we'll talk about that in general. We're also going to talk to our great guests that we have here today. We have Mr. Thomas LaRock, SQL rockstar himself. He's joining us in the Electrons, and he is, 13, 14-time MVP?
Yeah, one of those.
One of those for the Microsoft Data Platform. He is the head tech geek over at SolarWinds.
Just head geek.
Oh, head geek.
There's nothing technical about me.
Oh, okay, just a head geek.
Just head geek.
Well,
technically a geek.
Oh, you're technically a geek.
Technically.
Excellent. You've got a new book out on weight stats. We talked about that book last week. We shared.
It's coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can pre-order it on Amazon.
You can pre-order it on Amazon. That is correct.
Absolutely. You were like moving up the ranks. I saw you.
That's
challenging
right.
chemical
I'm number
engineering.
61. I'm just behind industrial concrete processing.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
I love that. And of course, we have Buck Woody with us.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Bradley. The weather today will be 78 degrees.
Oh no, that's our other show. Trying to make money. Yeah.
Oh, this is not that broadcast?
No, not
oh,
that.
sorry about that.
And you can
Over
keep
to
your
you,
clothes
Josh.
on. Yeah.
All right. Actually, one of our viewers wanted to reach out and say hi, Buck. Lonnie Bauer actually
Oh,
says hi.
Lonnie. Hey, Lonnie. How
Yep.
are you?
Great to see you, Lonnie. That's fantastic. So I guess before we get started and we start playing the game, you have a lot of different things coming up. So I'd love to talk to each of you to be able to just tell us what you got going on.
Mm.
It's been a while since I saw you. I got Tom's dreamy face on the
Yeah.
other side. I'm enchanted.
Yes.
I'm
It is
hoping we
enchanting.
get to put our mouth on a tomahawk.
Me too.
Hello.
Oysters tonight.
Oysters time.
Yeah, that's
Oysters. Oh, we're going to the dive
Yeah,
bar.
we're gonna go to
Going to
Lee
an
and Rick's.
actual dive bar. Have you
Yes.
been to Rick's?
A few
many
times.
It's a real dive bar.
Yeah.
A few times. I'm familiar with Ricky.
You know
Yes.
Ricky himself.
Yes.
I do.
Wow.
We called him last time we were
okay.
there.
As a matter of fact, we were on the cell phone with Ricky.
Yeah, for those of you on camera, there's a dive bar, and it's not a faux dive. It's like really dive. And they have buckets of oysters, and you eat them out of a trough.
Yeah.
It's a thing.
It's absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
They give you a whole stack of crackers. We have cocktail sauce, warm drawn butter, lemon juice,
Yeah.
horseradish, all the good
It's-
stuff.
And for me, I feel like we're jumping the shark because when you talk about favorite conference experience, Lee and Rick's.
That's kind of
Every time a conference is here in Orlando, we get a group, we go to Lee and Rick's, and that's always the best experience.
And do you know Stack of Crackers is actually the name of my cover band for ABBA?
Oh,
Anyway,
that makes a lot of sense.
It doesn't.
So, talking about traditions, we are here at Live 360. We have so many great memories of this. So one more time. So Tom,
Yes, sir.
tell us about some of the stuff you've got coming up. We talked about your book a little bit. Do you want to tell us?
I really don't do much.
You
I
don't?
don't know what else you want me to say here. I don't like myself very much. I really don't. So, but I do have a book coming out, but it's not really my book. So, and I made that mistake by saying my book.
okay.
It's really not. Enrico Vandelar,
Uh-huh.
Lar. I don't speak the language.
Okay.
But Enrico,
Yeah.
he did the book originally, and I was asked to do a revision.
Ah.
So he started it, and it's a wonderful book. And my task was to get it updated for a sequel in 2022,
Oh, okay.
which I reached out to Bob and yourself asking. I'm
Right.
like, hey, these weight stats look new. What
Right.
should I include? And the book is Professional SQL Server Weight Statistics. And and I updated it for the latest version. So with that was, a handful of edits and tried to put it in my voice for the most part. But I whenever I say my book, I try to stop and correct myself. It's really our book.
I
Enrico did it, and I'm just the caretaker for it at this
I
point.
see. So it's kind of like Amazon ruined the Lord of the Rings. You're kind of like the Amazon in this case.
I'm not certain I'm ruining it.
I hope you're
may
making it
have
better.
ruined it, but it's one of those.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm in the process or if it's complete.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
It's only time will tell.
The only other thing I have going up is in my role as head geek, it's really, say, technical evangelism, advocacy. And the next thing I'll be at will be a little event in Vegas. Do we want to say?
Yeah,
re:Invent?
absolutely.
Let me just say
Yeah.
AWS. I'm sorry, they're still a thing.
Yeah.
But I'll be at AWS re:Invent. So if anybody watching this happens to be in Vegas, let me know because I don't like Vegas, but I
Yeah.
kind of like hanging out with friends.
Yes. Yeah.
So,
They have a Den Typhoon there now,
you
which
know,
makes it passable.
they do, but still, Vegas just smells like despair, and
It
it's
does.
just not
It
fun.
is. It is kind of that.
Oh yeah,
It's not fun.
I was going to say people, if they're looking for a conference to go to, should be looking at Orlando and Live 360.
Oh yeah. Hello.
It is a much better conference in my opinion. Every time I'm in Vegas, I have a conversation with people about how much better Orlando is than Vegas,
I think
and
so.
that they also have conventions in Orlando, and it would be possible to have those conventions in Orlando.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And Niraj actually has something.
Oh,
Josh, where is Live 360, please?
in Orlando.
Oh, he's
So
setting
actually,
me up.
so to be clear, the Live 360 events happen year round.
Mhm.
So there's Tech Mentor. So Visual Studio Live, if you're familiar with that brand, they do 3 or 4 of those during the year. There's one coming up in Redmond, I believe,
Yes.
in April or May. What we come together for the one part is called Sequel Live,
Right.
and that only happens in Orlando in November.
On the beautiful, beautiful grounds of the Lowe's Royal Pacific
Yes.
Conference Center and Resort, on
Yeah.
the luxurious grounds of Orlando's gem, Universal
Yeah,
Studios.
Universal Studios is a 10-minute walk from here.
It is 10.
Yeah.
You can hear them screaming on
That's
the
right.
roller coaster.
No, I think that was from my session earlier.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
also true.
Oh,
Yeah.
so does that mean the deep growl was you too? The roar.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Okay.
That made a lot of sense. When that door closed, I went, oh, they're in for it.
Here I thought it was the Hulk. No, it's Buckley.
I've been in a room with Buck where it started out like that before.
Yeah,
That was,
that's true. It's
it was a ride.
pretty
Now,
terrifying.
I'm a little biased when I talk about this event versus others.
Yeah.
So I tried to recuse myself from those
Sure.
discussions.
Oh, don't worry.
But I have been coming here since it started with only one exception. And this is one of my top 2 events worldwide. I just come back every year. I love being here. I brought my family here as well. We've done a little mini vacation. I deliver a session. I can go see them by the pool. We
Yep.
go do Universal and Disney. It's just been wonderful. It just fits my lifestyle and the people I've met. And we all get to gather and congregate here, and Lee and Rick's and everything else that we do.
Well,
It's a way to spend a week right before you have to do all of your holidays with your
Yeah.
family.
As a matter of fact, I don't know what we're going to talk about because every single week and 2 shows a week since we've started this show, we have been plugging this event and talking
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
and we've been talking about it. This is, and look, you may want to recuse yourself. I don't.
Yeah.
This is my favorite event every single year.
Yeah, really.
I have told folks in the past, if I didn't go to Sequel Bits, if I didn't go to the Path Summit, if I didn't get to go out to the Vegas conference, I would be sad. If I didn't get to come here, I would literally go, what life choices led me
Yeah,
to not
exactly.
being at this conference? Because this is where I want to be every single
And
year.
the conferences have been getting smaller, right, around the world because of COVID and all the rest. So when in-person things, they're just decimated. They're much smaller than they used to be. You've lost very few people at this
Where
conference.
we've gained. So you saw the hands in your keynote.
That's
when
right.
You asked
Yeah.
how many people here first
We're
time.
new, and it was like almost the whole room. So
Yeah.
I had the keynote completely packed out and into the hall this morning.
That's over a 300 person room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
the
we-
audience
And
was massive.
that's just one of the 4
Yeah.
keynotes that were happening.
and-
Exactly.
Right.
Four keynotes at the same time because this is a 4 conference event.
And my sessions are packed. The food is fantastic. It's just, this is one of my favorite conferences as well. The venue is great, and I really enjoy it. This one and Sequel Bits, I love those 2 together.
Yeah.
Are my 2 absolute favorites conferences to come to. But this one, absolutely, hands down, just
Yeah.
so well done. And I love the Orlando area. Food everywhere, family friendly, all of that. It's just great.
Yeah, and so how about you, Niraj? What would you say your favorite conference experience would be?
I've been to a couple of conferences. One in Vegas. I agree with Tom that it was so boring because if you don't know people up in Vegas, you just go tired. I mean, you just don't know what to do at that point of time. Never been to Orlando, so probably next year Live 360. I've been hearing from September in the beautiful whatever that Josh gets.
The
credit for.
Lowe's Royal Pacific Resort.
The Lowe's Royal Pacific Resort and Conference Center.
So maybe next year. That's what I was thinking to go.
Black and white.
He is.
No, he's got a blackout curtain behind him. Or is that a TV? What have you got behind you, Niraj?
It's a black curtain.
It's a blackout curtain.
Yeah, but this whole frame is black and white. Is that intentional? Is he like from the
We're
past?
gonna, it's not black.
We're
and
going to
white.
fix
It's
it
in color.
You're gonna fix it in
We'll
post.
look at it.
I didn't know if he was like a character you generated or something.
No, Niraj, that was a great story. And I just want to say, for the last several weeks, I was disqualified, I think, 3 times. And then everybody joked about that. So good story. You're disqualified.
How about disqualified?
What? You just disqualified?
Yeah.
You-
No, I'm going to be brutal this week.
Okay.
I'm just chopping
Oh.
head.
What about John?
He's taking.
So wait, actually, hold on. We lost Tom. Tom's a little confused. He doesn't understand the game.
Yeah, sorry. So I didn't explain the rules, and I'm sorry. That's my bad. I was so excited to see that Tom and Buck were here. I just kind of skipped over it. So on Tuesday we play a game where
Just Tuesday?
we have just Tuesdays. Thursday is a community roundtable, and we bring in articles. We'll do a call for content, but we take people who write stuff for the community, blogs, post anything that's helpful. Social media. It could be a Stack Overflow post, something like that, GitHub repository, and we go through community content and we just plug other people. On Tuesday, the game that we play is somebody comes up with a topic. We all talk about it. We award points. And then whoever has the most points at the end wins, they become the host. The host cannot host 2 weeks in a row. So there always has to be a new host. Now, after I won the very last time, in a quite convincing win, I might add, I was unceremoniously disqualified over and over and over again.
Yes.
Somehow I won last week. And Josh, I think, disqualified me at least twice, and then he got other people to disqualify me. I think Andreas paid him off at some point in time. There was a lot of shenanigans going on.
I don't know if you know this, but Disqualify Brad is actually trending on Twitter when it's going in and out of service.
I don't think that's a real
I
thing.
realize I still don't understand what's happening, right?
That's okay.
Yeah. So what we're doing is
Drew Carey's show where the points don't matter. Same thing.
yeah. But someone will be a host, and then they get to pick the topic next week.
But you just disqualified, I'm assuming, one of 4 people.
I did.
Yeah, the black
yes.
and white. person.
So it's only, and you can't host, so it's only between Josh and.
No, there's a bunch of other ones. There's Dan Taylor, Mr. Beard.
Yeah, only Josh and Dan can host the next one.
Exactly.
So far.
You can't disqualify
the
anybody.
rule that I couldn't disqualify Josh.
Yeah,
Which I
so
think would be difficult.
so now it's Dan. You need to win it.
Yeah, just for the heck of it, I'm going to disqualify Josh.
Oh, so now he's disqualified as well.
No, you can't disqualify him.
I can't really disqualify him though, but
You can't disqualify him.
I feel better.
How do I get disqualified?
You can't be.
I'm not even qualified.
No.
You're not qualified, so by virtue of that, you're just disqualified.
You know what, I'm on board. Can I earn points?
Oh, sure. Tom,
Can I redeem them for miles or?
Yes.
you can redeem them for
On
oysters.
Spirit Airlines.
Yeah.
Dan,
Tom, actually, I disqualified you earlier on because you're a revisionist, and I don't know about
Dan, you
revisionists.
can't disqualify. You can't disqualify.
Oh.
Only the host can disqualify.
Oh, okay. I apologize. I'm confused apparently too, Tom.
I don't know.
I don't know. So Dan,
I
what's
don't know.
what's your favorite?
Yeah, what's your
conference
Well, you know what?
story? Yeah,
Hold
Dan,
on.
what's
I
your?
just want, I had gifts for, I was going to give everybody on the podcast a book, and not for you, Dan.
Not for you.
Not for you, Dan.
You've been canceled.
Yo, it wasn't.
Wow.
And the thing I would add about Dan's over in Brandon, Florida. He
He
could have
could be
driven
here.
over there.
He could
for
be
this.
So he's twice canceled.
Yeah,
Yeah, Dan, you're just.
he
you're-
chose to sit outside, not by his room.
I have the
It's a
books
beautiful
waiting
spot.
for you guys. I'll get them to you.
Twice canceled, twice shy.
I can't read. I have to leave my team if I. What's that?
Sorry, Dan, what's your conference experience?
I've lost I don't understand apparently what's going on either, Tom. I don't know if you would consider it a conference, but this is going to be, and I'm glad Buck's here today because actually SQL Saturday 85 Orlando 2011, right, was one of my favorite conferences that I was at. And I was in a room sitting there watching this individual called the Great Buck Woody. And I get up to present, and this individual really never met Buck in person live, comes up to me, pats me on the shoulder, asks me what I'm talking about, says, "You're going to do fine." Meanwhile, keep in mind, this is my first presentation ever. So it's my best conference. And then the room is packed because Buck pulled them in and nobody wants to leave because it's like 2 a.m. So, but I want to throw out a little trivia. Buck, do you know what you spoke about at Orlando 2011, SQL Saturday 85?
Dude, I don't remember what I talked about this morning.
Yeah, I was going to say that's a lucid game right there.
You presented from ground to cloud for databases just prior, back in 2011.
Oh, yeah. When everybody told me I was crazy because the cloud was never going to be a thing.
Yeah.
Never. And look at where we are today.
Just randomly tweet out, "I am the cloud."
I am the cloud. I had a
Yeah.
picture of a cloud, and people would mock me mercilessly. There were certain MVPs
Yeah.
who were presenting today at a different conference who were telling me that I was an idiot, and no one in their right mind, I believe was the quote, would ever put a database on a cloud. They're now certified database cloud consultants.
They're the experts.
They're the experts now.
Well,
yeah.
and I was going to say, I only hearken to guess what their conference food looks like. I set out a picture of the dessert
Taco
from
Tuesday?
yesterday, and today was Taco Tuesday,
Taco
handmade taco shells.
Yes.
And then they had churros, and they had like
Flan.
a Mexican
They had
chip, and they
flan.
had flan.
Oh,
And
flan.
Greatest conference food I've ever seen
This is
before.
really
in my
good. And
life.
the first day was great.
Oh,
So I was going to say, back in those days, there used to be a thing where you would replace the word cloud with clown
Yes.
and be like, is instead of is cloud storage the right thing? Is clown storage the right thing?
And that's always
Anyway, so he would tweet out, "I am the cloud." I'd be like, I'm the clown. I'm like, so that kind of fits.
It kind of fits.
Yeah,
it works. It works.
Yeah, every time I saw Azure tweet out something about the cloud, I
Yeah.
would be like, oh, they're going to the Buck Woody.
Well, I actually misunderstood at the time when Microsoft told me we were going to make a cloud. I thought we were going to make like an Air Force kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I volunteered, and I had it wrong for a very long time. And I'm like, wait, these are just servers? And they're like,
Yeah.
yeah. And I'm like, oh, yeah, that's cool too.
You're
That's
just
awesome.
building a big colo.
I thought it was.
I can stop
was gonna-
practicing those bombing runs.
I
now.
thought I was going
Yeah.
to be back in a tail gunner position on a B-52 like I used to do, but whatever. Yeah. Okay. So what was the
So
question?
I don't know, but Dan, you're disqualified.
You're disqualified.
Well,
You disqualified me
Oh.
once. Well, so welcome to it, buddy.
Return the favor.
Yeah, I was going to say, as a matter of fact, I remember the joke that you and Niraj used to make was only Brad can get disqualified. Welcome to being disqualified.
Oh, that's
So
wait a
not fair.
Close now.
No, he disqualified Josh.
Wait a second.
So wait a minute.
So who's
So
the?
Josh, the
who's
guy
left?
who
Who's not been
disqualified me
disqualified?
first.
I don't
only
know if
person-
you know what you just did, Brad.
Do you know what you just did?
Yeah, Josh.
I'm
Josh
the
is
host.
gonna win.
No, I'm the
We
host.
might-
No.
Oh, Buck's the host.
I'm the
Buck
only
will
one
be
that
the
has
host
I
next
didn't
week.
get disqualified. Even the black and white guy didn't disqualify me.
Yeah.
I think Brad for life.
He can't,
I
Talk
can't
about
be
revisions.
host next week, but Buck can join us next week.
but I can.
Well,
You can
actually,
host the
I'm
chat.
totally going to host.
I was going to say one
Any
important
topic
note.
I want. Is that what you said?
Well,
Yes.
actually, next week
This is a family
we
show.
are not live.
All right.
There's no live shows because it's the week of Thanksgiving. We do have content that's going to drop on Tuesday that has been pre-recorded. And then we have Thursday content that will drop on Thanksgiving as a special bonus for people to be
So
able
mine
to
will be the
watch.
one after.
Yeah, so that Tuesday,
Okay,
the
I'm in.
29th, you'll join us and you're going to be the host.
I'm
We
in.
have
That's
comments.
great.
What did you say?
Lonnie,
The comments?
What kind of
Pizza.
comments?
I just saw the word pizza.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
because Lonnie,
Because pizza is better than ninjas.
Well, and I was going to say that Lonnie actually posted that comment about pizza while we were talking about favorite games and stuff like that, and
Oh.
the rules of the game. And her favorite game is obviously Pizza versus Ninjas, even though she's wrong.
Well, no,
Right.
she's right.
Ninjas are better.
Pizza is much better.
No,
Ninjas?
Oh, yeah, fantastic.
Well, if you need to kill someone.
Well, diabetes.
No, yeah,
goes
pizza's
slowly.
going to kill you too.
That's
It's
Yeah,
just-
well, it's just slowly.
I'm
I mean, think about it.
Just
You want
Hey,
your-
hey,
you want your
hey,
pizza to go
Hey,
quick.
Brad and Josh, could we focus a little bit, guys? I mean, Pizza Ninja, come on, y'all.
I don't want them to enjoy dying. That's kind of,
So Josh doesn't have a
Right,
time to
anyway.
say also, and he gets disqualified.
So rule one, Josh, I'm rarely wrong. Yeah, that is Josh's number one rule. That he's Lonnie, you're not wrong. You must have to work with him in some type of capacity. Rule two, sorry, I can't see. When I'm wrong and it's not about pizza, see rule one. Yeah, that is generally how Josh operates.
no, I think that's
but
those
Lonnie
are Lonnie's
is,
rules.
Oh, well, I was gonna say, Lonnie, Josh isn't right then because Josh doesn't like pineapple on pizza.
well, nobody does.
Oh,
Yeah,
everybody.
That's
No,
not.
no, no.
Pineapple
you.
and pepper.
I don't like
It's
it.
Like,
evil.
one of the
You
best.
don't put fruit on a pizza.
You do. You put
Yeah,
it's
don't
the
put
contrast to
fruit on a
sweet.
pizza. What?
Tomatoes. That's a fruit.
It-
It's-
You
and
wouldn't
it's
put
the
it in a
basic-
fruit salad.
Yeah, you would.
You put tomatoes in a fruit salad.
You could.
You could. It's a
See,
fruit.
he's from
I
north
wouldn't.
of Orlando.
There are a
He
lot of
clearly
fruits. So what goes to the fruit salad?
doesn't like bananas and fruits. A banana is actually a berry.
You know,
Tomatoes.
avocado's a fruit.
Buck, this is just a bowl of bananas.
Thanks for narrowing it down there, Buck. I mean, now I know how to make a fruit salad.
Worries.
Buy bananas.
Do you know where strawberries? You know where the name strawberries come from? When they lay on the
it's-
ground, they rot, so they spread straw around so that the berries lay on the straw and they don't rot. That's why they're called strawberries. Did you know a banana
is
is a
not
berry?
true.
It's totally true.
It's not true.
And a banana is a berry. That's true as well.
Banana is a
And if you
berry.
eat too many pineapples, you can actually dissolve your stomach lining.
Really?
Yes.
I believe that, but I believe that about anything citric.
Well, no.
Today on
specific-
Fruit Talk.
You can dissolve meat. What? What did he say?
Sorry.
Today on Fruit Talk, Buck brings you how different ways.
What was the topic?
You know an astonishingly large amount of information about fruit.
And
Yeah.
other things,
What-
but not tech.
While we're talking about fruit, and I learned this from Buck, did you know Fruit Loops are actually all the same flavor? They just dye them different colors,
That's
and
right.
so your mind perceives them.
That's right. They're all the same flavor.
All the same.
It's a lie. Your life is a lie, Thomas.
Oh, well, no, now.
Didn't we establish
But
it's
I don't need
macro
fruit
running on
loops.
Excel?
That's right.
Yeah.
Life is all about.
It's a simulation.
Yeah, it's a simulation running in an Excel macro.
Yeah.
On a compact 486 ProLiant.
With the matrix.
And it's going to end when the janitor actually trips over the power cord.
Yep.
That's when the universe ends.
Yeah.
That's how it's going to happen.
Not with a bang, but with a
But with the oops.
But with an okay retry cancel.
Press F1 to continue. No keyboard found. Press F1 to continue.
Okay, abort, ignore.
So we talked like that, Buck. At some point in time, I was supposed to ask you.
Oh,
You've got a lot of things going on.
I do.
You've got a conference
I
coming
do.
up in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, that's right. So we have the Azure Data Conference in Thomas's favorite location in Las Vegas, Nevada.
When's that?
In 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. The week of the 4th and 5th of December is the Azure
That's
Data
right. You are
Conference.
just after. So I'll be leaving Vegas.
That's right.
I'll be leaving Las Vegas.
There you go. Nicely done.
And
And you'll be living and dying in
Can you
Las
do that
Vegas.
to a tune? Could you give us a little
Yeah, can you give us a little
karaoke?
taste
I'll do interpretive dance.
No.
No?
I mean, I could, but I'm not going to.
And
Yeah.
he-
Oh.
That's probably more accurate.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, I could.
So
but no.
anyway,
Yeah, so you'll be there. Same thing last year. It's
we'll have
the
to
thing
clean
we're
up
offset
after
by
you,
a week.
obviously. Get the
Yeah.
smell
So is that like a Monday, Tuesday? You'll be there.
Monday,
Sunday?
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. There's they have a pre-con the whole
Yeah, the
nine
week
yards.
of 4th.
And that's on all of Azure data. So that includes not just SQL Server, but Azure SQL, Synapse, Purview, Azure Data Factory, all those sorts of things. The intelligent data platform will be heavily covered there as well.
I got to tell you, one of the things that astounded me the most was the audience reaction to the Purview components that we covered. Enterprise customers just go gaga for that.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, there were so many questions about that.
Yes,
and
we had to
people
table
lined
it.
up afterwards.
We had to table it.
Yeah.
Yeah, during where and Thomas was doing an all-up Azure services session across the hall from ours.
Yeah.
And which one did you get the most questions and feedback about?
Oh,
Because you
I
covered
know.
everything, like
We-
all
we-
kinds of Azure services.
We did an introduction to the Azure Data Platform because
All
there's
right.
only like a couple of services, right?
Yeah,
Just
And,
so you.
like 30. Yeah.
You know, it was interesting. We had about 60 people, and it was hard to say that the class had one favorite because there were pockets.
Okay.
Yeah.
So because we touched so many different things,
Sure,
you
sure.
got into an area and you talked about, or you tried to talk about Synapse, but we were like, hey, we can't do all of Synapse.
Right. That's same
We're going
for
to
us.
do what used to be called SQL Data Warehouse, a dedicated pool, and try to explain how Microsoft is handling what I will say is disaster of product marketing. I work in marketing, so I can say that. But Synapse, what does that mean?
Yeah.
27 different things.
Sure.
So we showed them this big architectural diagram and said, here's the entire Azure Data Platform. Does it make sense?
Does that
The
answer
start of
your
the
question?
day,
Yeah.
right? And by the end of the day, now we show you this again. Now is it more manageable?
Right.
Now when you look at it, you
Right.
understand how everything fits.
Yeah.
And so different pockets of the group. And what we do is we organize the group, the class into teams. We do like group, like you said today, the thing you hate
Right.
the most.
Mm-hmm.
So usually 3 to 4 people in the group, and they have labs, and we provide the machines for them so they can put their hands on Azure. So they were creating storage containers, they were creating SQL databases. We had them go into Data Factory and then merge between CSV files and a database, which for some people are like, whoa, I'm joining between disparate pieces of information. So depending on their experience and their levels, we hit something for everyone. At the end of the day, we said, who here is excited to go and try something that they've learned today? And they all just raised their hand.
same.
Absolutely.
That's phenomenal.
Yeah, absolutely. But, it's a shotgun approach. We're going to talk about everything.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Well, the reason I don't like group projects is I did a lot of them in college. They would always say, okay, everybody group together and right. And of course, you know how this works, right? You do all the work and they take all the credit.
Yeah.
So it does prepare you for work, I guess. But at any rate,
That reminds me a lot of your pre-con. You had to do all the work.
I had to do all the work. And so I basically told my class, hey, I've really been interested in working with you groups, and I'd really like you to come to my funeral so you could let me down one more time.
Yeah.
That's basically the way that works. Because wow, group work.
When he sent me that in an email, I thought, I'll be there for you. I can do that.
Oh, I can do that. I'll let you down.
The little guy in the black and white hasn't talked in a while.
Yeah. Hey, Narash, how you doing, buddy?
Hey,
He's speaking with dolphins.
I see. Did he say more than that? Can you make him say more than that? He's an avatar, right?
No.
He's kind of an avatar.
No.
Josh, make him do something.
Who?
The little guy in the corner.
What do you want me to
Is the avatar?
No.
Oh, he's real?
Yes, he's real.
Oh my gosh. It was one of those emoji things.
No.
I don't know a lot about phones.
No.
Okay.
You know, one of us is ending up in HR.
Yeah.
Really? What did you do?
Again?
Hey,
What
hey,
have you
Buck.
done
Buck, why was Hadoop invented?
to process my HR file?
Yes.
That's literally why. That's where big data
Tom,
comes
you
from.
actually, I think, have a session at 1:30, right?
On my HR file.
No, I
No.
made a mistake.
Oh, okay.
I was going to a session at 1:30. It's a fast focus session. I have the one at 2:00.
Oh,
So I was planning on going to be in the room and be ready.
yeah. I was going to say, because I kept looking at my watch and I'm like, Tom's not getting up. I don't
No,
know.
I
Yeah.
made a mistake earlier. I was, oh yeah, because now I'd be late. But I should duck out in a few minutes. Yeah.
Is it still
Okay.
Friday?
Wait,
Because I've
what?
got a thing I've got to do tomorrow.
I thought it was Sunday.
No, honestly, we should take the car keys away from him.
It's a good thing that we do this live show on Tuesday, so I do know what day.
I thought it was Saturday. I thought our pre-con was tomorrow.
I'm all discombobulated from the pre-con on Sunday. I was convinced it was Monday.
Yeah.
I had done so much work while I was sitting in there doing prep stuff for the week because I was going to be out.
Why isn't anyone responding to
Sue
my
sent me a
emails?
text at one point in time because her and Josh's wife Lisa, they were going over to see a concert over at Epcot. Because Mark McGrath, what's his band name?
I can't remember. But
Yeah.
yeah.
That's who she was taking?
Yeah, they were going to go see that.
No, that's what she was going to see.
Oh,
Yeah,
I didn't know
Not
if they had.
taking-
I didn't know if they had friends that they took with them when you weren't around.
Yeah.
I-
But so anyway,
Is it Sugar Ray?
Sugar Ray, yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
Sugar Ray.
Yep.
And so they were going to go see.
Doesn't he make a barbecue sauce? So that's sweet baby.
Sweet Baby
rice.
Ray's. That's delicious.
No. You're thinking of
No, that's the sunglasses. No, that's Ray-Ban. That's a Ray-Ban. That's Ray-Ban. Now
I thought you were talking about the musical.
No, that's
No.
Band on the Run.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Gotcha.
Not Run DMC though.
But
on the run.
That she's heading-
Josh and Brad, when is your show? When is your show? When are you going live?
The Avatar's talking.
Yeah, when are we going live? You wanted to know when our show or when our sessions are. So we had our session with Buck on Sunday,
Yes.
Yeah,
and then Brad and I both have sessions Thursday.
And I have one today.
and then there's
Buck has one
there
day.
is
you said
a
that like it was a problem for you.
there's a
That is no.
And then we have session Thursday.
Thursday.
I
The worst day
I
to have
emphasized the
session.
wrong syllable. My bad.
He's kind of like Hitchhiker's Guy. He never got the hang of Thursdays.
No.
So
Yeah. He's trying
Thursdays
to
are
be
always
out
a
of
problem.
But anyway, so Sue texted me that they're going to Epcot,
right.
and it's 3:30 in the afternoon. And normally I'm the one telling Sue, "Hey, you should duck out a little bit earlier," or "Oh, hey, you," and I'm like, "Wow, it's really early for you to be ducking out on Monday. Good for you being a little rebellious." I'm like, "It's Sunday," and that's right. That's right. It's Sunday. Yeah,
Time. What a con.
yeah. That wasn't a good story. I
Not
had to really
I think
move around for it
you're
really hard.
disqualified.
Honestly, it wasn't one of your best.
No.
Well,
Yeah. Negative. Me.
Dan,
yeah, and we found out that Josh is not thankful for being there. You know, he said it right in front of Thomas. You know, Thursday. I got to
What are you
present.
talking about? I literally
This
said
is-
my
this is what I have to
favorite
deal with all the
conference
time.
moment
Dan,
is
Dan is
it's why
he's already disqualified, so don't worry. He's already.
Oh,
disqualified.
okay.
I just don't believe you're thankful.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
am always thankful.
That's why you got disqualified. You're inconsistent.
I'm inconsistent.
That's
So
right.
then why do I keep disqualifying Brad?
Because I deserve it.
I was getting ready to say
Well,
that's
Yeah. I mean, that's the easiest question to.
I was getting ready to say.
I would never want to be a part of a club that would have me as a member.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's okay. Well, all right then. Well, what were we talking about? We were talking about fruit.
Yeah.
Bananas as a
Fruit, and
berry.
then we
So
were
you
talking.
don't put fruit on the pizza except for tomatoes, obviously.
Exactly.
Well,
Tomatoes
and tomatoes
are
are a
fruit.
fruit, but only recently, so they're
That's right.
grandfathered in.
No,
Yeah.
as a
tomato has
vegetable.
always been a fruit.
No.
Yeah,
it's-
it's
No,
just the
tomatoes-
definition.
it's-
Yeah, it
It's
is.
been
No.
it's been recently recognized
This
as
is
a fruit,
Thomas,
but
this is just what the
widely
government
as a
wants you to
vegetable.
think.
No, tomatoes
Okay.
always been a fruit. Yeah, the government wants me to think it's a vegetable.
That's right.
You know, next up, we're going to
Crystal
talk
lunch.
about the very non-controversial topic of changing the default ports on SQL Server.
By the way,
Or Pluto's not a planet.
Oh, I don't know if I told you. So
Oh,
we,
yeah, but Dan brought up a good one.
No.
Or we could debate Pluto,
As a
whether or
planet.
not it's a planet.
Well, I can tell you this right now. Okay,
Well,
I worked at
first of all,
NASA.
it's
I worked
fruit or
at NASA.
dog.
Yeah. No.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
And
Of
we're in
course he
Orlando,
is. But he has a
Yeah.
dog. Pluto has a dog.
Right, which makes it we're kind of weird.
Pluto has
Yeah.
a dog. He
Okay.
walks his dog, which is freaky. But at any rate, I worked at NASA.
I thought that was Goofy. Goofy was a dog.
Goofy walks the
They're
dog.
both
Yeah,
dogs.
Goofy walks the dog.
Well,
Pluto
at any
is the
rate,
dog.
it doesn't matter.
What a
The
classic
important thing.
society.
The important thing to know is this: when Pluto was a planet, we didn't have all these problems.
Hmm.
That's all I'm saying.
So
We did have other problems though.
Yeah, but
And-
we
and
have
if- and if
these
you-
problems.
If you looked at
Look at
those
Twitter's
problems compared to
melting
these
down.
problems,
Or did Pluto keep us from seeing the problems we have
It
today?
doesn't matter.
Is
It's
that
the
a
same
bad thing?
thing. Ignorance is bliss.
so Tom, default ports.
yeah,
I think you should
yeah.
always assign the port of Tampa to be your default port for SQL Server.
is that like IPv6? It's just like a big long string that you
It's
just
yeah,
assign it?
Tampa. Yeah, it is. It's a big long string.
Yeah.
I always like how you give the example of not to use averages, like your data science stuff, because you said
Never
the
use an
average
average.
depth of Tampa Bay is
It's
4
like-
feet.
Yeah,
Would
it's
you like to
4
walk
feet.
across it?
Maybe you don't want to walk across it. Yeah, yeah. Averages are dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutes. There are no absolutes.
I
Clean
did
down.
love when the hurricane came and all the water rushed
I saw
out
that,
and
yeah.
you saw all the people out there.
Yeah.
And all I could sit there and think of was, y'all realize that water's coming back.
Right.
right?
That's my first thought too. When the water goes away, that doesn't mean you run to take your photos.
They
It's
do.
just like,
They
I
do.
know they do. I'm like, no, go the other way.
No,
Yeah.
no. I was.
That's going to be a problem when it comes
Those
to
are influencers, and I was praying that they would stay.
Darwin didn't. Yeah.
You would sort of by like half if you just let the water come back right at that moment.
Yep.
Oh, look, the wave's totally going to get me.
Hey,
You stay.
we need to be careful because technically the four of us,
Or in
we're
Tampa.
borderline influencers.
Who's a borderline influence? I'm
I-
borderline.
First of
No,
all, you
I'm-
put pineapple on
yeah.
pizza, so you're not
Any-
influencing
You're
anybody.
certifiable.
No, I don't.
I just
Look,
heard you did.
This is
No,
going to
they
get tens
do.
and tens.
I
of
don't.
likes.
Don't point at me
Lonnie
like that.
does.
Tens and tens.
Absolutely.
I don't even eat pineapple. It'll dissolve your stomach. Didn't you just hear what I told you?
That's why you have it on pizza.
We'll get like 3 or 4
No.
likes. 2 of them will be my mom and my dad.
Well,
Thank you, Sandy
You
Bob, for
think-
liking my
you
videos.
think your mom and your dad like you?
Yeah. Well,
Okay,
they like
well.
my videos
Okay.
because I'm not there with them.
Yeah. Look, my son, he's working. He's on the internet now. He's one of those influencers.
Mhm.
He's on that TikTok.
The forehead of security.
Mm.
Yeah, that's the one.
Hey, have you guys ever heard of Jez? She's in the data community.
Jen? Jess.
Jess.
Oh,
Yo, Jess,
love her.
I love
Yeah.
her.
So
Oh,
smart.
she's so fantastic.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
she's amazing.
She is great.
Love her.
Wonderful.
I've known her
She's-
for years.
I was going to say she's for the SQL product group on their team.
That's right.
Tools
That's
and
right.
Experiences
Tools and
team.
Experiences team.
Yeah.
She is so smart. She is super smart.
Absolutely
She
amazing.
makes anybody she's with look stupid.
Oh, she really
Yeah.
does.
Hard
Yeah.
almost, yeah.
Tasting guys.
What's that?
No,
Well,
they're
yeah,
tasting
no,
men.
I
Yeah,
never.
tasting men's a
But
little.
Yeah.
she's exceptional. So
No, that's-
I
yeah.
mean, she just
You
makes
gotta
whoever
give it-
she's with
You
better.
gotta give it
That's
to her.
yeah.
Whoever.
Love Jess.
Yeah, a lot of love to Jess. She's
Yeah,
fantastic.
she's fantastic. Really like her.
Yeah.
Jess doesn't put pineapple on a pizza.
Oh, she does.
Oh, she does.
Yeah, she's
No,
fantastic
she
like
doesn't.
that.
She
Yeah.
would do something.
Oh,
Yes.
As a matter of fact, we've had wonderful. She likes the pepperoni and pineapple on the New York Greasy Slice like me.
Oh,
It's a
apparently,
solid.
apparently she does.
Yeah, she does.
You've heard from somebody that knows.
Yeah, I did.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
Oh, I guess something came in. It wasn't on the chat channel.
I didn't
That's
see it on
interesting.
chat.
No. All right. Well, Josh knows somebody
Well,
who's
yeah.
not in this room.
Josh often
I have sources that I keep close to the vest.
and voices in your head.
Yes.
The little black and white
Oh,
guy. the
I
avatar.
love this new rule. Anyone who has pineapple on pizza are disqualified forever. Make it so.
Yeah. No. Maybe I just walked you all out of the admin.
That's
account
the
and do
avatar.
broadcast.
That was not me. My hands were raised the whole time.
Ask the avatar who wants.
You like pineapple on pizza?
No, the
I
avatar.
hear the outro. I hear the outro.
I was going to say, I think we're close. The couple things I'm going to say is, remember, there are no live shows next week. We're off for Thanksgiving. We hope you are able to gather with some family and friends and have a wonderful and safe holiday season. We will have content that drops, remember, on Tuesday and on Thursday. We hope you check that out. Thank you so much for joining us. We're going to have some other interviews that we do that we will end up showing from Live 360. It is a fantastic conference. And as soon as we get new dates, we will probably start talking about it again soon because we can't wait to come back here next year. Thank you all so much for joining us. It was wonderful to have you. Thank you to Tom LaRock. Thank you to Buck Woody.
Yes.
Thank you all.
Yeah,
And good
absolutely.
night.
Don't put pineapple on your pizza.
Yes, pineapple on pizza. It's good stuff.
Evil.
It's good.
Evil.
Good stuff, Josh.
Evil.